Yeah, I agree, Vinks, that and the crypt interface is something they've struggled with a little bit with different things. All right. Playing against Mill. Sand's probably okay. All right, and that buries a card every turn. So, like, my ice no longer work because this buries the top card of my deck every turn. So I'm going to Fate Weave a non-resource to the top of my deck here because I want it thinned out of my deck. Oh, I get to discard a card. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. We are playing a deck list card for card that top 8 of the last batch. Dark Wonder is getting a feel for it. Also, I mentioned this earlier. Someone was asking about Dreamcall specifically. All right, hold on. I gotta help with the trade. Goes right there. Good job. So actually, the card that my opponent just played, the Demented Whispers, is part of the reason why I think Dreamcall might actually be okay right now. Is good fucking god. What a punch in the dick. Just main deck. Do they not understand what we're doing? They have main deck Brink of Madness, and they didn't take the Eternal Seekers out of my deck? Was that real life? It actually just happened? Dude, you know how puzzles work. There you go. In peace. Don't be lazy. Also, being the mad genius that Klutz is, Mill's probably not a terrible deck choice right now. Like, the bash last weekend was like 80% control decks almost. Like, even this deck, like, we're playing a combo deck, but, like, this is a combo control deck. Sorry, what did I say about Dreamcall? So Dreamcall doesn't make high-quality cards on average, but what it does do is it gives you a critical mass of cards, and because people are playing things like Cockatwice and these other things that are just, what's the word that I'm searching for? These other cards that are just like 2-for-1ing cards out of your hand and 3-for-1ing cards out of your hand. Just having a critical mass of cards is very reasonable. Also, this deck is playing Blue Sparrow as the champion, which draws a card and discards a card. So, like, having random chaff in your hand to discard the Blue Sparrow to turn into a real card out of your deck is something that exists. I mean, Mill's like a fan favorite, right? I'm going to bury my top 10 cards here because I want to be able to get in with my Repopulator, I think. Repoplar 4,000. I think this card's actually very good. So when it comes into play, it gets 2 random boons, and when it hits our opponent, it sacrifices itself and creates 2 more of itself. Which is, let's be honest, it's kind of sweet, right? Like, that's a sweet card. I look at cards and go, that's a neat one. I think Robogoyle's fine, Kitchen Finks. Like, if you expect to play against some amount of mill, it's fine. Yes, it's explicitly combat damage. My opponent's draw 3 is active. And again, Dimension Whisper's gonna make me discard 2 cards. I'm gonna Dreamcall in response for 4 cards. And like, some of these cards are probably going to be bad and I'll want to discard them anyways. All right, so we get 4 of these. And I'm gonna have to discard some of these. I probably don't really want this Haunting Cry or this coin, so. I got a Repopler from a Dreamcall, actually. So if this connects, we're gonna get 2 new Repoplers with 2 new sets of abilities. I'm gonna play this. I think I'm just gonna pass here. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I mean, like, they kind of know what the expensive cards will be, right? Unravel. So don't forget that your Coralcove Witches can protect your other things. So I'm going to give one of the cards in my hand -2 cost. So this witch is going to come into play and make this witch cheaper. And then this witch is going to come into play and save my Repopler. Let's save that guy. Because I want to cycle these coins, because I don't really want to hard cast. This game's going to be over before I get into hard cast Cockatwice range. This game is not about casting Cockatwice. Hopefully we don't mill out before then. They have Massacre. Wow. I did not put them on having Massacre because they played a piece of spot removal. Probably dead now. Almost certainly dead. Now the game might be about this Cockatwice. Remember when I said it wasn't going to be about it? Now it's going to be about it. We've got 14 points of health left, essentially, here. Going to deepen the tank here. Or their cat spilled their drink on their keyboard, one of the two. Sure. We have to bin 2 cards. We have 11 cards left in our deck. This is going to bury 1. They lost a Hero Fall and a Runebind. I assume that means we're getting buried out this turn. Yep. Finish him. Probably gonna finish me. Drop it like it's hot, opponent. Drop it like it's hot. Change course. Not playing that one. I think I'm just like looking for a Robo-Goyle, right? Very dead. We don't really have good tools for this matchup. We've got Halts and Verdicts, I guess. I guess this is a Cockatwice matchup. This cheap shot's out. Probably change courses out. Sherman Eternal Seeker, maybe? Is Sorcerous Sculpting good enough in this matchup? Feels like it's probably not, right? I mean, like, this deck just, like, isn't built to beat Mill, right? It's, like, built to beat other control decks, like, aggressive decks that are going to be weak to Eternal Seeker. Kind of just flying by the seat of our pants on this reserve strategy here. We'll get a chance to play against something like a control deck. Yes, he played against a bunch of control decks in the bash, so I'm assuming this deck is a pretty strong control matchup. Yeah, I think this hand's fine. We'll get to Verdict of the Ancient Kings, their turn 2 play. Mind Rot them on 3. Hopefully they bury us into a troop to reanimate with the Mordrom's Gift on 4. Go, Withering Gaze me. I asked you not to do that. I think part of that is a size thing too, Kitchen Finks. Like, the larger your community get, the larger the proportion of, like, Jagoffs you're gonna get in your community, basically. Or, like, not larger proportion, but, like, the total number, right? Like, the proportion of people that are rude is probably similar, but because Hex is smaller, there's, yeah, stay away from the forums. Yep. Don't read the community forums. As someone who loves all thing Hex, all of my excitement for the game has been drained away on more than one occasion by reading the opinions of the loud minority on the forums. Just don't do it. You'll be sad. You don't want to be sad. You want to play Hex to have fun. Oh, I don't know if it's a problem exclusive to Hex or not. It's been a while since I've enjoyed a game enough to, like, explore their user forums, but the Discord's great. I get to ban the mouth. Actually, mouth breathers don't really make it in there because they don't want to pay to be there. if we's being honest. Am I just like putting a 5/5 into play? I think I'm just putting a 5/5 into play. This is my 4-mana 5/5. Go. I mean, the forums are civil. The subreddit has similar. It's basically the forums. Like the same people that ship post on the forum ship post on the Reddit threads. There's like this really loud minority worth of people that just like, they don't get exactly what they want and they just keep asking for the same thing over and over again, and they think that like if they're louder or ask for it enough, maybe at some point the answer is going to change. Yeah, that's true. Alright, got a big giant cock to hit him in the face with. You want some chips? Where's your bowl? Can you get your bowl? Where's your bowl? Your bowl is over there on the... Okay, go get your bowl. You know the rule. What you got, opponent? That's fine. Should I board down all of my 4-ofs into 3-ofs to play around these Brink of Madnesses? If we get a game 3, is it unreasonable to do that? I think I'm gonna do that if we get a game 3. I think that's gonna happen if we get a game 3. Alright, hit him in the face with my cock. Whip it out. Oh, I suppose we could just board up cards too. So the problem with people is you have to think about how smart you think the average person is, and then realize that by the definition of the word average, that half of the people you interact with are going to be less intelligent than the average person. Just by the definition of it. And then you get very sad and cold and sometimes shake. Oh, that's too personal, right? We shouldn't share that. For really large sample sizes, like taking into account all the people in the world, Rogue, the mean and the median usually come close to each other. Like when your sample size encompasses the entire planet, like they're going to be usually approximately the same. Attack them for 5 here, and then we're going to Sorcerous Sculpt my 5/5. Look, democracy sounds great in theory, and then you realize you have to let everyone vote. That sounds terrible. All right, we got Lethal on board. Lethal on board has been called. Runic Decay as Reach, right? Oh yeah, that hits champions. Oh yeah, it does. Stop it. Nope. So, during my ready step, I'm gonna Runic Decay them. Because if we hit a shard, we just kill them. Hey, Andy the Void, thanks. Thanks for dropping by. We don't have an upkeep around these parts, Jin. I'm decayed during my ready step. If opponent has another Massacre, we can Runebind it again. The problem is you have to pay at least one. You need to pay one for X to get a card out of this. So we need one more resource to Dreamcall for a shard. But yeah, next turn we're going to get to Dreamcall for a shard and guarantee get these back. But they're just going to die to these 2/2s. These are my 2/2s. My 2/2s are amazing. So, I realized last game that I did something incorrect while reserving. I was struggling to figure out which cards I wanted in my deck. And the reality of the situation was I just want all of the cards that are kind of reasonable in my deck because my opponent's playing mill. So, Aegilus and Sorcerous Sculptings and last Eternal Seeker. Get back in here, boys. Get back in here. The one matchup where you can just board into a higher starting health total, essentially. It's possible I should have just brought the change courses back in too, because like they offset how much they bury by like the fact that they. Yep, sign me up. Let's go. Let's go. It's fine, Rogue. It's fine. Just be luckier. Did you consider being luckier? I feel like you didn't consider being luckier. Cometh at me, bro. Cometh at me. Cometh in my general direction. I'm ready for you. Got my dukes up. Got my dukes up. Switching champions during reserving would be such gas. I think it would make aggro decks unplayable though, because like everyone would just board into 25 health champions post board. You want more chips? Yep. Yeah, I picked up an uplift desk over on a Black Friday sale. Yeah, if you're not playing against mill and you don't have appropriate in-out numbers, it means your deck's constructed. Your deck is not constructed appropriately, is basically what it comes down to. And you have either too many good cards to bring in or something along those lines. Runebound here and feel real sad. Yep. I mean, the good news is I get to Cockatwice them and take the last 2 cards out of their hand here, so that's great. Yellow Hat with the host. Howdy, folks. Hopping in from Nassif's channel. We're hanging out playing some Hex Shards of Fate this morning. We do that on Wednesdays and Fridays around here. Hey, Lan Iverns with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate you choosing to spend your Amazon fun money here. Subscriptions are the best way you could support my content, as always. I mean, you'll win plenty of games doing inoptimal things. I'm just speaking from the context of, like, playing optimally. An opponent doesn't have a champion activation because their drop resource did not make a charge for them. I'm going to play this out and then pass the turn one more time here. One of the things you want to do in this Reanimator deck is conserve your champion power until you're looking for something specific to do. Hey! BDP1337 with the Amazon Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate it. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and loot because I'm looking for a shard, right? Ding, ding, ding. Been this Runebind, I think. Do I want to hit my opponent with my cock? I think I do. I think I want to just, like, keep the cards out of their hand. Subtrain! Choo-choo! Thoomfish! With the 16-month resubscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. It's a long time. Over a year. I love the new sub animations. They're fantastic. Really happy with them. Got sweet colors and shapes to match the gems that people get around here. Another Cult of the Dayball City. Well, that's not good for me. Hopefully we hit a shard for this Crowbones this turn and we get to beat him down with that. Okay. I'm going to put another resource on top of my deck here, so it's going to get buried off anyways. When this Crowbones comes into play, it picks a socketed card back up from our discard pile and puts it in our hand. So we'll be able to pick up the Mordrom's Gift, which means, like, we could either get back to Aegilus for a faster clock or just, like, always have a Crowbones to be getting back. So we'll grab the Mordrom's Gift here. And now, if my opponent wants to sure, they're going to kill this, but, like, I'm going to get to Mordrom's Gift this Crowbones back next turn, and then the Crowbones will get back the Mordrom's Gift when it comes back into play. So just, like, there's this 3-power thing that's just, like, not going to go away from my opponent. Oh, actually, now we got an Eternal Seeker, so I am just going to Eternal Seeker and void these 2 Cults of the Dayball City. And then we should be pretty firmly in the driver's seat. We got 38 cards left in my deck. So grab this bad babba jamma. I have Halt plus Runebind here to stop any shenanigans they could have. Yeah, like that. Stop it. No. I'm going to use my no button here. So we're going to choose 1 here, which gets rid of both the cults. I think I actually want to hold on to this coin just to cycle it. So this is a slow shard, or I can pay 2 and discard it to make them lose 2 health and I'll draw a card. So I think I'd much rather do that. Like, have our 5/5 here. I can protect my 5/5 with my Runebind. Once we get to ready, I'll be able to protect this. It just makes me discard 1 right now, right? Yeah, actually, I'm just going to ditch the coin to that. And I think, honestly, at this point, I'm at enough cards in my deck that I'm just going to bury 5 with this champion power instead of letting them draw. I think that's just fine. What aggro decks are playable these days? The Diamond Ruby Candle deck is great. The Wild Diamond Momentum deck is very reasonable. So diamond-based aggro is king currently. you got, opponent? What you got? Yeah, it has been, I'm not like, getting a threat into play ASAP and protecting it's been kind of key, it feels like. Yeah, Angus, okay, Angus won the first bash. That's definitely on my list of, BDP, you just hopped in, you just subscribed. Make sure you hop in the subs Discord server, and then in my article previews on there, I have an updated standard deck guide that has a couple. Oh crap! I forgot to put a sockets deck in the deck guide that I wrote. Maybe that's a mistake. What are they targeting here? They're getting rid of my Verdooth Ancient Kings? Deal. No more chips? Should probably be a sockets deck of some sort in my deck guide. I can't believe I missed that. I think the Ardent Diamond Wild deck is very reasonable against the Blood decks. I think it's kind of medium minusing in Sapphire Diamond, but I think it's very good against the controlling decks. Or the Blood decks. Ardent Crusader and Goldfather, along with proper sequencing and gameplay, give you a lot of tools for beating your opponents down. I think this is going to be... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to end step this Coralcove Witch, make my Cockatwice cheaper, and then play the Cockatwice and make them discard. Card in my hand, 2 cheaper. Still have Runebind up here to protect my thing. You like to discard a card, opponent? Hero Fault's a good one to get rid of. Alright, then they're dead on board and I have a Runebind, right? Stop it. Get out of here. Alright, let's try one more. If I get into another long game, I might have to pause mid-game to run out and grab Jake from the bus, but I can see his bus from my standing desk where they pull up, so... We could sneak in one more. I wanted to play 2 matches with this. Runebind is a very flexible and powerful hex card. 10 out of 10 going to be a format staple for as long as it's legal. And then will certainly be an immortal staple after that. Everyone's having a great Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out and close out our Hex stream today. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Magic and Hex, and then Friday is all Hex. Cockatwice is 22 plat. That card's great. It's good in all the Blood decks. Dwells. Okay, Bishop Elijah. So probably something aggressive. Sweet. Getting a quick one here. This will be like the only day in the last 2 weeks Jake's bus will be here on time. Seems pretty bad, right? Just like doesn't have anything we're looking for in it. Doesn't even have double Sapphire in it. It needs another resource, but it's fine other than that. Just needs a fatty. Yep. Sockets deck looks like Century of Nulzan, all their socketed troops in all zones at -1 cost. And Doku to look out. Okay, get some Fate Weave going on. Okay, there's a big scary. Okay, sweet. So we just need to hit a third resource here, and then Heart's Whisper will propel us into a fourth resource, and then our champion power will draw a discard, ditch the Seeker in the bin, and then Mordrom's Gift will sling it right back into play for us. That's terrifying. We are probably going to be much too slow this game. We're probably going to be much too slow this game. So this card has the Hope Gem in it, so the turn they draw it, it's 2 less. And we just bricked on... Just bricked down a resource. Yep, definitely had time for one more. Alright, so what are we doing? Oh, God. Man, our reserves are not great for this. I guess I bring in Aegilus because it's slightly better than Cockatwice, but like, Cheap Shot's not very good in this matchup. None of this removal is stellar. Century of Nulzan's a very powerful card. I thought we were playing No Rush till Exalted Pathfinder. And R4. Seems so good if it had thresholds. And like, yep, alright, Insane's a keeper. Stupid no skill aggro decks beating my dirty control deck. Burp, derp, derp, derp. I love whenever there's always some number of people every season that are just like, the aggro decks are too good, need to ban something. And outside of Lasgar's Vengeance being a thing, that was never true. That was never true. We've played a little bit with the Blood Diamond Sockets deck on stream before. So, there's a video of it up on the YouTube channel. It's pretty reasonable. It's got, like, sweet aggressive draws like what you just saw out of my opponent, while also having the ability to grind a little bit. Which is, you know, a lot of things that I like to be doing in TCGs. I like aggressive curves and the ability to grind. Man, that's a big swing and a miss. I guess I'll take the Mordrom's Gift. We were really looking for a third shard there. Except for the fact where this takes double Sapphire Burgle. Yeah, the coins feel like there's only 6 ice in this deck. That was something I said when I built it. I was like, I'm going to play it card for card, just like take for granted what they played. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Perfect. Perfect. Never didn't have it. Oh, we were going to play the Bog. I need to play the meme deck at some point. The Bogla meme deck is fantastic. Just the greatest kind, the cleanest of living. So for those of you that aren't hip on the Hex meta, there's a 57 resource deck that has a 3-card combo kill if your opponent... It can't beat a counterspell or a piece of removal. But assuming your opponent doesn't have those nasty things, you play 57 resources with 20 ice to Fate Weave your 3 combo cards at the top of your deck, and then you kill your opponent on turn 4 to 5. It's hilarious. Oh, what a kick in the dick. We were gonna get to Mordrom's Gift back our Eternal Seeker next turn, and now we've been Withering Gazed. I made my candles too big for them to attack through. Opponent saw the line of taking our card that gets back our best thing. That's why I didn't play the Dreamcall Burgle. I left it there as a distractor. I mean, this is a mythic, and Mordrom's Gift's only a rare, so I'm certain that Dreamcall is better. Rylanthe. I don't have socketed cards, but I guess we're taking Permafrost Rylanthe. Hey hey oh hey oh hey hey oh hey oh so this comes into play. I choose a number, then we void all my opponent's stuff with the chosen number. Never forget, folks, choices are lucky and good. Always choose lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You're so adorable, Declan. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Decree of Banishing. That's so rude, opponent. I liked my Eternal Seeker. MC can get a gift. That's funny. I didn't think about that. It is socketed card, isn't it? So next turn, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get to Coralcove Witch, make this cost 5. Eternal Seeker is gonna slam into play, and it's gonna void this Decree of Banishing, and then that Decree of Banishing is gonna give me another Eternal Seeker. Coralcove Witch. Get a little witchy. Up in here. Up in here. Bum 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 bum. Pluck. Gobble gobble. Card being quick is so great. Chirp. Chirp. Eternal Seeker. Voyager 2. New Eternal Seeker. Oh no! That's so unlucky. So this new Eternal Seeker is going to void my other one to get rid of his Dragon Speaker. It's unfortunate. I feel like it's a casualty we just have to take. Gotta take one for the team. Gotta take one for the team. I keep decrees in post-board against this deck too. You have to take their fatties out of the way. It's not stellar when they do what we just did to them, but like, you can't just like let them have their fatties. Their fat bottom girls are just gonna run you into the ground. How about another Eternal Seeker? Get him! Get him! Get him! Ooh, another piece of candy. Another piece of candy. These are my flying troops. My flying troops are amazing. No blocks. What if we got a third one? The third one does it. We've seen enough here. That's fair. If you have other pieces of removal to bring in, I could see cutting decrees. But like when I play like Diamond Wild Momentum, for instance, I definitely want this. I definitely want. All right, third game. See if we can get this in before the bus gets here. Usually they're here in about 10 minutes, so we should have time. Diaper kid. Get me a poop poop. It's okay. Needs another Sapphire, I guess. We've got Witch into Seeker on 5 though, and then some Sorcerous Sculpting to follow it up. Yeah, voiding the guys means they can't just like Mordrom's gift them again, which is a big deal. Alright, this is a pretty aggressive start here. We might just be too slow. I have 2 cheap shots left in my deck. That's unfortunate. Yeah, turn 5 Seeker might not be good enough. And we need a Sapphire here. The mail truck and the bus sound oddly similar. What's the idea of this deck? This is a Blood Sapphire Reanimator deck. Don't play another Crypt Curse Knight, don't do it. What you want to play is Crypt Curse Knight. When it hits us for the first time, it creates a copy of itself and puts it into my opponent's hand. No, Declan. Do not touch those cards. Those are not for you. Yeah, I think we're just gonna die here, right? We're gonna take 6 down to 9, and then I'll have a blocker next turn. But then the turn after that, I'm not gonna have anything. Maybe I say just wasn't good enough on the draw. Like no plays until turn 4. Even then, it's not a Seeker on 4. It's a Coralcove Witch on 4. I guess I can play this other Well and hit my Champ Power, and if we had exactly Mordrom's gift, we could Seeker on 4. Yeah, I think it's Charge Power on 4 for gift. I agree. So Alter's actually pretty good for us here because it means they're not adding more pressure to the board. And like, we're going to stabilize at a low life total here, but Seeker into Seeker into Seeker is a heck of a way to stabilize. All right, 4 out of 49. Let's go. Yeah, the Ruby Blood deck is a lot of fun. That's Animus, yep. And that's lethal. Weird. We lost the game where we didn't play any cards. That's so strange. Alright, any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap for the day. Thanks everyone for watching. I will catch all of y'all around later, and I'll be back maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, definitely tomorrow, maybe this afternoon. I'll catch all y'all later. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out.